Good morning. My name is Fernando Villa. I am an English teacher. I work in Unidad Educativa in Azuay State, specifically in Gualaceo town. I have been an English teacher since 3 years ago, and I'm very happy to be an English teacher here. Well, now I have prepared a presentation about the topic I have learned in MeCapacito course, which is very useful because I have learned a lot of methodologies, information, new tendencies in teaching that really helped me to develop better my skills and as a result to teach students in the best way. MeCapacito is a very important course that I recommend to all professionals, especially English teachers in Ecuador. Well, I want to show you some slides about how I have developed my lesson plan. Yes, here I have my lesson plan. I have prepared it with informative data, such as my name, Fernando Villa, the sub-level basic, grades 6th, course parallel A and B, and matutine, 20 minutes. The title of the unit is To Be. It's a very interesting topic, very hilarious topic. And my learning objective is students will identify and correctly use is, are in simple sentences. I have prepared my lesson plan in 3 stages. The first stage is opening section, which I will use warming up activities where students have to activate their mind and they can be ready to learn. The second stage is development section where I am going to show them the information in depth, explaining the rules and how they can use uh, sentences that is are in the sentences. The third stage, I'm going to close my class with some activities that will reinforce them, and obviously I'm going to give them feedback. Well, the first part is the opening section. I have active methodological strategies for teaching and learning. And the second section is resources. And the final is evaluation activities. In the opening section, I have 5 minutes. The main objective is engage students, introduce to be, and set clear expectations. Obviously, when starting class, I always start with a warm-up activity. Here, I'm going to greet them. I will say, hello, how are you today? They have to say, I'm fine, thanks. And I can ask each of them, hey, how are you? What's your name? And things that motivate them to active their knowledge or active their mind. In the introduction, I'm going to write on the board the topic with I am, he, she, it, that is related with the verb is, and we, you, they with are. I'm going to give them a quickly explanation, such as we use am with I, is with he, she, it, and are with you, we, and they. The main objective is in 1 minute. I want to explain you that you are going to learn how to write sentences using am, is, and are. To carry out this activity, I will use some flashcards because kids are very willing to participate when they watch very interesting movies or looking at very colorful pictures. In this case, I have on my screen 3 monkeys, each one of them with verbs to be conjugated. For example, I always goes with am, and is with he, she, and it, and are goes with you, we, and they. I will explain them how important it is to take into account this information to continue their learning. I could write on the board and I will ask them, please, students, send me or go to the board and write with my marker which one of the personal pronouns are related to am. In the same way, I will write is, and in the same way, I will ask them, please, students, can you tell me which personal pronoun is related to is? Obviously, they are going to say he, she, and it. Until this part, they will be very interested in the topic because of the picture, because of the information, because of the methodology of the teacher. And finally, I will write are, and they have to reason which one of the personal pronouns are related to are, such as you, we, and they. With this part, I'm going to stop using flashcards and I will continue with the development uh, stage. It will take 10 minutes. The main objective is practice writing with to be using interactive activities. I designed a guided practice where teacher gives 3 example sentences on the board. For example, I am a student. She is happy. They are my friends. I want to highlight something very important in this section because here students in Ecuador or Latin America or Spanish speakers, they see the word am, is, and are. They see those 3 verbs and they don't know how to use what does it mean in Spanish. So I'm going to design a table with 3 sections which are useful to conjugate each verb in Spanish. We have to take into account that to be means in Spanish ser and estar. So I want to explain them when or how to conjugate each pronoun, each personal pronoun, for example, I am, and what meanings can we use in Spanish? For example, I am, in Spanish, yo soy. One more time, I am, in Spanish, yo estoy. That this kind of explanation is very useful for them because they understand why I write am, is, or are. So I could use I am a student, or I could say she is happy. And obviously, I will explain them. She is happy. We can translate into Spanish in two ways. Ella es feliz o ella está feliz. So they will understand why I am writing this. And finally, they are my friends. Obviously, I will explain the two meanings with each one of the to be verb am, is, and are, taking into account that in Spanish we can use ser and estar. And we have to conjugate to understand, to really understand each one of them. It could avoid having confusions about this verb, this topic. Later, when once I have finished, once I finish this table, I'm sure they will understand what is the next part, where students read the sentences aloud together. With a, I will use here the drilling technique. For example, students repeat after me. I am a student. She is happy. They they are my friends. And it's very hilarious to teach them in this way because they repeat after the teacher and all students repeating is very nice moment. Well, teacher asks volunteers to underline the verb in each case. I will say them, students, please tell me in Spanish a sentence using ser, estar. It has been very useful in my classes because they understand after the explanation, they can understand and they say, teacher, you can say, I am sad, or she is happy, she is sad, she is hungry, and so on. It's very beautiful moment for me because they really understand what I mean. Well, and activity two, per writing practice, I will use worksheets, supporting material with simple fill in the blanks. And I will give them each of the sheets and they have to complete. Obviously, I will be monitoring each one of them so they can complete the tasks without problems. Example, I have here an example. I space a teacher, she space my friend, they space and the classroom, we space happy, he space my brother. Obviously, I will show them the previous flashcards where each one of the personal pronouns are drawn together with its verb. So they will reason, they're going to think, they will see I, and showing the flashcard, they will say, oh, teacher, I is related to am. Okay, here is am. Excellent, excellent. I will congratulate them. Now we can see. So I show them the flashcard. They are going to look for the personal pronoun. They can say the monkey in the middle has she. So she is related to is. So they are going to reason and they are going to write and complete the fill in blank section. It's a very amusement moment because they start reasoning, they start uh, thinking how can use the to be verb. Later, students are going to work in pairs to complete sentences. Obviously, the teacher is going to monitor and offer help. In the next part, I have a flashcard where we are going to play because students always feel very comfortable when watching pictures about the topic. In this case, I have some ants. Um, Papi, apague, estoy grabando. No prenda, no prenda. And sorry, a moment. Sorry, a moment. I have a problem here. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Well, here I have the flashcards that I was talking about, where they are going to match. For example, it is related to is. Obviously, I will explain them contractions first, how they can use each one of them, and how can they match each one. Obviously, I will say them, please, you have to paint, have to color the pictures so you can have a very, very pleasant moment. They enjoy with pictures. Here I have the squares or rectangles in blank where they are going to write the personal pronoun plus the to be verb in a contraction way. Next, I'm going to the closing part. That is, it has a closing part of 5 minutes. The main objective is review key points and prepare for follow-up. Go over answers with the class. I will, in these sections, I will show them this flashcard one more time. Later, I'm going to show the next flashcard. Finally, like I told you, I'm going to write some sentences on the board. For example, 5 sentences where they have to underline the subject, verb, and complement. So they have to reason why the to be verb is related to the personal pronoun. Later, when they finish this activity, I'm going to explain them this section, the closing part. Please, one more time. Reason why are we using to be verb with they, with I? Obviously, they are going to look at the picture, the previous pictures, for example, this picture, and they're going to uh, recapitulate all the information previously taught. taught. In the closing part, I'm going to challenge them. Now, it's a written section where they have to try to write 2 sentences. Obviously, taking into account the subject. The subject is person, animal, or thing. They are going to think which one of the three options they want, and they have to complete the amics are related to the personal pronoun or related to the subject. Finally, I have a worksheet where they are going to complete. It's a very interesting worksheet where they have to complete with is are. They obviously I am going to show them one more time the previous flashcard. I am, he, she, it is with is, and they are going to try to relate this information to complete the final task. I am hungry. He is an astronaut. We are happy. She is sad. It is cold. They are, well, I'm going to complete the sentence. And you are very tall. It's very interesting this activity because they remember all the information that the teacher has given them and they are going to complete. And the last one part is a PDF worksheet where they are going to complete. I'm going to choose the best option to carry out this activity. They already have the knowledge, enough knowledge to complete this activity. They will see, they will look three options. For example, Clara. Clara is related to what personal pronoun? I will going to ask them. Okay, students, Clara is related to to I, he, she, it, we, you, or they. They will reason, they will think, they could say, oh, Clara is related to